All right, hello and welcome to the Soggy Pancakes podcast.
Welcome, episode 6.
I'm one of your hosts, Nathan.
And I'm the other host, Wilson.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a janky setup today because my microphone boom arm kind of broke. So I have to kind of hold the microphone. So hopefully if my audio level is going in and out, that's because I'm just moving it closer and further away.
Whoa. All right, so what we're doing today is we're going to do topic of the day, and then some would you rather, and then a debate. And our topic of the day is, what is behind a black hole?
That is a good question. We will just jump right in. I guess we'll find out. All right, what are your thoughts? Just initial thoughts. What even is a black hole?
Okay, so without pulling out my research, before doing research,
okay,
a black hole, it's just like a hole in space. I mean, what could it possibly lead to? I mean, it's just...
It's a good question.
Now, at first I was like, okay, maybe it's just like it goes into like a whole different universe. Like it's a whole, like a bunch of new planets, a bunch of everything.
That'd be pretty weird.
We just really don't know. Weird. And like, how are we supposed to measure like what it does? How are we supposed to do that? We just don't know. I mean, the concept of space is just...
Yeah, apparently it goes down into like a really small point of like matter. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's like considered a black hole, and the gravity is just really strong, I guess.
Yeah, isn't it like when a star runs out of energy or something?
Oh, I don't...
Yeah, here, let me pull out the research. Let me pull out the research.
I know there was recently a picture of like the first black hole ever.
Okay, all right, ready?
Pretty freaky.
A black hole is a place in space where gravity pulls so much that even light cannot get out. The gravity is so strong because matter has been squeezed into a tiny space. This can happen when a star is dying. Because no light can get out, people can't see black holes. They are invisible. Bum, bum, bum.
I wonder if they're invisible in a way, but like you won't be able to see anything behind them too. So like you'll see, I feel like you would see well,
I don't know. I kind of feel like when I think of a black hole, I think of like a cartoon black hole, like Guardians of the Galaxy type thing.
Yeah.
And they just like, let's just hop in this black hole and teleport to universe section 432 or something like that. So I don't know. Is it really like, or is it just like, okay, so let's say you have to sacrifice your life, and what you're doing is you're getting in a ship and you just go through a black hole. What do you think do you think you just sit there in the rocket and it's just black? You can't hear it, completely silent?
I think it would be more... I think you would probably just die right when you get into it.
You think?
I don't think you'd really go anywhere, but... It's... so, when you think about light can't even escape and like stuff can't escape from it, right? Mm-hmm. But where does all that go?
Exactly.
Like, it's apparently goes into, like, a point. But, like, that doesn't make any sense. How can all that matter just go into one little tiny... like you said, a star turns into a black hole.
Right.
So how does all that go into a little point? That does not make any sense.
Because matter can't be destroyed or created. It can only be changed.
So I guess it was just... Apparently, it's squished a lot, then.
I don't know. I feel like it's just moved.
Oh,
Maybe it's just sent so far. Like, so far.
Huh. That's so weird. I don't think it's a portal.
You don't?
No. I guess that's the closest thing to a real life portal. Yeah. In a way.
Well, like, you have to think, like, space, there's no limit to space.
Yeah, it's crazy because space is always being created at like the same time, right? Space is always expanding outward.
Yeah. Like, if you were in space and you just launch something, it would just fly forever.
It would never stop. Yeah.
Or do you think eventually it would just go through and then it would come back around? If it missed everything, it didn't hit everything, do you think it goes in a circle?
Come back around. Okay, yeah. So you're thinking space is a circle?
That's just a thought.
So space is like a big globe and we're in the middle of it?
Well, you could think our
Or we're
like
in that circle. We're
yeah.
in that
Okay,
big
so
circle.
you can kind of think of it as like, so we're like if you're thinking that space is a globe, and so just think as like our solar system, our planets as like a country,
Okay.
and then there are like, now obviously it's going to be a lot bigger,
Yeah.
like millions
It's
and
weird
millions and
because
millions and millions
I
of
guess
miles.
I always thought of space expanding outwards was just like on a plane, but it expands out everywhere. I've never really thought about it like that.
Yeah,
It does expand out basically in a circle or in a sphere.
yeah, right.
It just keeps going forever and ever. Because I always think of it as like a linear expansion across, but I guess it's definitely not. It's like everywhere.
I don't know. I mean, it has to end. Like, do you
I
think if
know.
you just threw something and it just, because there's no force stopping anything in space. Like, if you just shot out, you just go for it. Like, do you think you would just hit something and you just
Oh
couldn't
my
wouldn't
gosh,
go?
It's such a weird like.
It's so weird to think about.
So you know how I said the universe is still being created as we talk, like it's still expanding.
Mm-hmm.
So what if you go out to the point where there is nothing, like it hasn't expanded that far yet? What is there? Like nothing? Like what's there?
I think that the human brain wouldn't even be able to
Like I can't comprehend it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't comprehend nothing like in space. Like we just think of black,
Right.
like floating in blackness, but that's something.
Yeah.
You're floating in blackness. No.
Well, here's the thing. So, if the theory of a black hole being a like kind of a teleportation thing
Mhm.
or whatever, like, I don't know, and you just went as far as you could, and then you just hit a black hole, like it would just take you to like somewhere completely off route, or it could take you right back. Like, do you think if black holes were teleportation, and then you went through one black hole, and then you were like way far out, and you wanted to get back, and you could just go through a bunch of black holes, and it would eventually lead back to that one?
Huh, that'd be weird.
It's just so weird. Like,
Yeah.
anything can happen. We just don't know because it's so
I wonder
far.
if we ever will figure that out. Like, what happens if someone goes inside of it?
Well, okay, hang on. According to my research, if you jumped into the black hole feet first, the gravitational force on your toes would be much stronger than that pulling on your head. Each bit of your body would also be elongated in a slightly different direction. You would literally end up looking like a piece of spaghetti.
That makes sense.
It does kind of make sense.
But once you do that, where would you go?
I think you just stay there, kind of like
You just kind of
like you just sit there and like there's no sound.
Well, you're being pulled down to somewhere, right? Like you're being pulled somewhere. That's how you get elongated. So where are you being pulled to is the question. And I'm assuming that's the center. Are black holes spherical or are they like a circle? Because I know it's a circle, but is it a sphere?
Oh, I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. Like
Do you get pulled down or do you go through it?
yeah,
Because the picture of it, you always think of it as a circle,
right.
but is it really a sphere? It's weird.
That's so weird to think about.
And would aliens come out of a black hole?
Ooh.
I know. I think, like, if aliens were to come out of it, I wonder, dude, there has to be aliens out there somewhere. There has to be other life out
There
there.
has to be.
Right? Because
There's no
so
way.
many opportunities, like billions of other opportunities to, like, for that stuff to happen. But obviously we don't know about it yet because our observable universe is very small.
Yeah, and I wonder how much different they would be.
Yeah. Wonder if there's like just even life. Because I mean, we're trying to go to Mars and like, wow, is there life on Mars? No, because it's so close to us.
Yeah,
It's like, no,
I don't know.
definitely not on Mars.
Yeah,
No life on Mars. But I would think like just billions of light years away, you might be able to like encounter something.
yeah,
And I wonder, like, if you go far enough to where, you know, it was just kind of created. So instead of humans, you see, like, only, like, cells or something. Like, you can't actually, right? Because if you go billions of light years away, that's like a lot newer of a planet.
Okay.
So life would be a lot earlier than we would be in a
Okay.
way.
So, how do you think time works in a black hole? Like,
Ooh.
so you watched the movie? Did you watch the movie Interstellar?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know how like they go on that wave planet? They're like for 5 minutes, and then they come back to the ship, and it's been like what 20 years or something like that.
Years, yeah.
How do you think time works? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, if you went in a black hole and if you just sat there, would you age? Or would you just sit there? Like, you wouldn't age. You would just stay the same for the rest of your, like, forever.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
That would be awful.
I don't know. That is.
Or do you think time is so messed up that you would actually manage to, like, age backwards?
Backwards. I don't know, like,
anything's
in
possible out
Interstellar,
there.
like, how did they even go back in time? Oh, because it went faster than the speed of light. Is that why? Because apparently, if you go faster than the speed of light, you'd like go back in time.
No,
in a
they
way.
never went. They never went back. They were always going forward.
Oh, well, yeah, but they like it went slower in a way.
Oh yeah, like when he was in the black hole or whatever,
Yeah.
he was like, he just saw bits of his life, and then he did the book thing or whatever.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It was weird though, and then in the end they just found him.
I know.
It's true. It's trippy stuff.
That movie, that's like, you're done watching that movie and you're like, what did I just watch?
Exactly.
That movie's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Time, I wonder if it's weird to think as time is like a thing, but like, could time escape a black hole? Because time is like all relative in a way. So that's what I'm trying to think is like, if time is passing in a black hole, or like, does it just not pass in a black hole because it can't escape the black hole?
Dude, I couldn't tell
Yeah.
you. It's trippy stuff.
It is very trippy.
Let us know what you guys think about this stuff.
For sure, for sure. All right. I mean, that concludes what I wanted to say about that. It was kind of interesting.
It's interesting stuff.
Get your mind going for sure.
Ooh.
I know.
All right, on to some would you rather questions.
All right. Let's see over there.
All right, some would you rather questions. I'm good with this.
Yes. Our first one. Would you rather be covered in scales or fur?
Ooh. Okay.
Scales or fur?
All right. Okay, so fur would be nice, but you would shed everywhere, and it would kind of get annoying. Now
Yeah.
with scales, though, there's scales. You could like be resistant of stuff,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
You never get sunburned.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
The least of your worries.
Yeah.
Oh, don't want to get sunburned.
Yeah. But then, well, I don't know. Okay, is this like slimy scales or like what kind of scales we talking?
Typically scales. I'm thinking like a lizard scale.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, you're going out in the desert, you find a lizard, it's got scales on it.
Okay,
Those
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of scales.
Okay. They're not like spiky or anything.
No, they're just flat on the
I was thinking fur at first, but now that I think about it, it might be a little annoying. What are your thoughts?
I think scales would get really annoying
Really?
because they're almost like clinky, they're clinking around. Like you can't move. Like think about how freely you can move your arms and stuff, but when you try to go move some scales, I feel like it'd be so much harder.
Really?
Yeah, and think about a lizard. Like they only have scales on their back, but their back doesn't even really move. Right? It's only their little legs and
Okay.
their head a little bit. You think about it. So like us, we have limbs and stuff. Like that would be so hard to move.
Yeah.
Like just try to bend your elbow and then all the scales just like get caught.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
right in
that
your
would
elbow.
be annoying.
Like that's why I'm saying fur. Like fur would be. You can like trim fur too.
Okay, that is true.
I mean, let's just say it grows really fast to an extent where you can't like shave it and like be normal.
Right.
No, yeah, but you'd be covered in fur like a dog. I think I'd go for the fur because it'd be so comfortable.
I don't know. I think I'd be interested in the scales.
Okay.
That's
You
a tough one.
protect
I think
yourself
both
in a-
of them
in
are
a
very.
fight.
I think both of them are annoying, for sure.
Yeah. Because I just get annoyed when my hair gets long.
Yeah. Just shed everywhere.
That is like shedding. I think you do. Do you shed scales?
No.
I think I've heard of that. That you might. Some animals might shed scales. Actually.
I know like snakes have skin that they take off, and then but like
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I don't think so.
No. Oh wait. Snakes don't have scales, right? No.
Yeah, that's what their skin's made of. That's what it is.
So then how do they? But then now if they're moving, right? Snakes move.
Yeah,
with
there are different
scales.
types of scales. Or what would you call that?
Oh, I have no idea. Because I guess they are scales. Because if you like go up like the wrong way of the scales, then they're like you
Yeah.
can feel it. It's like rough.
Yeah.
But if you go down the scales, then it's smooth. So I guess they are scales technically.
Yeah, which convinces me to choose scales.
Okay. You'd be protected.
Yeah.
I don't know. I scales would be. I guess you'd never have to really worry about like cutting yourself or anything.
Yeah.
Like you never really worry about that because you have
It'd
scales.
be kind of fun too.
Just abuse yourself in a way.
Yeah.
Go roll down a hill or something.
Yeah.
But like sleeping in bed
Oh,
with scales,
okay, that's
though?
true. That's true.
Like that
that's
would
true.
be weird.
That's true. Okay, I'll give you that.
That's
one.
how I'd go fur.
Okay.
Consistent with that.
All right. Okay, on to the next one. Would you
Next
rather?
one.
Would you rather spend the rest of your life with a sailboat as your home or a RV as your home?
Huh.
Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
I do like the water. The water would be fun.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to assume we're talking a sailboat. Now, is that on the ocean or like a lake?
I would. It could be either or. Let's say you could like
Either.
whatever you're feeling.
Okay,
Whatever you're
so
feeling.
sailboat or RV, you know.
You can move the sailboat out of the lake and go to like a different ocean or something like that.
Okay. But you can't like have a house. Okay.
No.
I might go the sailboat.
Really?
I like the water. Mhm.
I'm gonna have to do RV.
See that? Yeah, because the RV can go so many more places. And
Well,
so much
also
cooler.
think about how much of a pain it's gonna be having to get like groceries for a sailboat.
Oh yeah. Wait,
That'd be such a pain.
how would you even do that? You'd have to dock your sailboat,
Yeah. And then you
go
have to,
walk, because you can't really have a car
no, you can't.
because you have a sailboat.
Exactly.
So you'd have to go. I mean, unless you fished your whole life.
That's true.
But fish your whole life, not for me. Not for me.
Not for me.
That might have to change my answer to be a RV. I think. No, RVs are nice. Like especially if you had a nice RV too.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, it's basically a house.
Yeah.
I think I would go with RV because you could just travel the country. You don't even need to. Yeah, you don't even need to travel the country. You can literally just live off of.
Well, where would you park it is my question. Like, where would you put it?
Yeah, that's.
You can't just go anywhere. I mean, actually, I think Walmart passed like a thing where you can just park overnight in there.
Huh. I would probably buy some land
Oh.
and then just live in my RV on my on my own land.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
And then if you're not like you don't have anything on your land, so then you just leave and then just go to go drive around the country if you want to or something. The only thing is you can't with your RV, you can't go out of your country. Or like you could go to Canada,
Okay.
but like how are you gonna get the RV across the ocean?
Oh, I don't mind that. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
If I really wanted to, I'd just get on a plane and go somewhere. But without my RV, I just walk around, fall asleep on the street.
Well, that's the thing is like I thought the only way to transport because if you have a sailboat, you can't have a car. So I'm assuming if you have an RV, you're not allowed to go on the plane
Ah, okay.
to kind of make it fair. And like
Okay,
if you
yeah,
have
yeah,
RV, you
no.
can't go
Okay,
on
that
a
makes sense. You know, I'm fine with that. There's a lot of stuff to do in the U.S. and A.
Okay.
The U.S. and A.
Yeah, I would go with that too. I don't mind that
Yeah,
for sure.
I think RV makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be weird to like go to the bathroom in an RV like every
Oh,
time.
that would be annoying.
But a sailboat would be the same thing. Well, I guess
No, you
could
could just
dump
go
it.
off the boat. Yeah,
Yeah, just dump it in the ocean. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go RV.
the water would be nice, but you can still like go do stuff in the water with an RV. Like you can still go to the lakes and stuff.
Yeah.
You can still go to the ocean in an RV. Like that's not limiting you to that. But showers too. Showers on an RV would be interesting.
Well, showers on.
Oh yeah.
Nah, who needs showering?
Well.
All right, onward to our debate.
Our debate.
Our debate this afternoon.
All right. We'll
is
see.
Are we? Oh no. Okay.
No. All right. Well.
Well, we'll tell you when you get there.
All right. Yeah, you have to wait like 2 seconds.
Okay. Our debate is: are we living in a simulation?
Yes. We thought of this idea while playing disc golf, our new favorite little sport to play.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, that would be really cool to do.
Oh yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna destroy you in this debate.
Well, first of all, I don't think we're living in a simulation.
Well, I think we do.
Really?
Yes.
Does it go along with your birds aren't real? Because the birds are part of the simulation or
Yes,
something?
dude. Yes.
Okay,
Right.
so I'm curious to see what you have to say to defend your point.
All right, let me
Because I think I could defend mine fairly easily, as I'm assuming a lot of you out there also would agree with me. I
Okay.
hope, because it's the right answer.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Hear me out. All right.
I'm listening.
So just think about it. Okay. Just think about it.
Putting on the
Okay.
thinking cap.
Put on the thinking cap. All right. Just imagine this. All right. So there's no solid proof as to where we're going after we become deceased.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'm thinking. Is we are a person who's playing an arcade game, but the arcade game is you get to live a life like this. Like you get to live my life or your life or someone
Okay,
else's
so
life.
it's an arcade game. So you're not thinking like the government is like controlling us in a simulation.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay.
For those who have seen Rick and Morty, they kind of know what I'm talking about. I saw this in a Rick and Morty episode. So what he does is he puts on a helmet and he lives a whole life.
Okay.
Like a regular life. And then like he eventually dies and then all of his memories come back and he's like tripped out. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I had like a family, blah blah blah. I did all this, did all that."
Yeah.
And he doesn't even realize that he's in the simulation.
Oh, that's so weird.
It's so weird to think about. And I think like but like then there's the question of like memory and like how does that work? That's what I don't understand. So I'm thinking is that if this were true, that it would be in a civilization that was so far advanced.
So we're controlling ourselves. So like I'm controlling myself. So myself is controlling myself in a video game. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm like playing the game,
But you don't even realize it.
but I don't realize it, but the person playing it does.
No,
Playing
once they get out of the game, they're like kind of unconscious, sort of.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And it goes by in like a second for them, but it's however many years we live for us,
Jeez.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, what if they were able to like alter time and like so you instead of your brain registering like every second as a second, you register like a year in a second.
Exactly.
Like you're there for like a minute, but that's like 100 or 60 years.
it's
Like cuz like
weird.
you're able to like make your brain think of seconds, like think of it broken up into so many seconds, like broken into so many small pieces. It's registering like every single moment like 20 times.
Exactly. Like
It
think
makes
about
it
it.
seem longer.
Like think about it, okay? So we were born into a society where we have to make goals. We have to pass certain levels. Each grade is like a level. And then we have to
okay.
like graduate college with a certain degree, and then we have to get hired for like we have to meet requirements to get a job, and then we have to like be able to afford a house and like have a family, blah blah blah. Like we have to achieve all these goals like a video game.
It kind of reminds me of those like absolutely terrible mobile ads, mobile game ads, where it's like level one person and like
Yeah.
level 2, level 100 boss. Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
It's like you gotta level up.
Exactly. And we don't even know.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
It's kind of weird to think about.
Okay, so
Do you have some facts? Do you have some hard evidence? I'm interested to hear.
If we're living in a simulation, like, how are we able to... Well, do you think the simulation is just confined to Earth? Because what I'm saying is, like, if we're in a simulation, how are we able to, like, go explore, like, go into space and stuff? Right?
I think it's just limited to our universe. Like, just like we were talking about the black hole, like, technically, it's kind of like a limit. Like, we can't get into a black hole.
Okay, so the simulation eventually ends.
Like, there's a limit. Like, we were talking about how, like, space seems to be unlimited. Well, we've never really tested it. How are we supposed to know? And maybe it's just blocked. Just because the creator of the game was just like, there's no way they're going to get that far.
So why don't we see any, like, glitches in... Is there just no glitches in?
Are you sure there aren't any glitches?
That can't be explained.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Right? Oh, yeah, you see videos of, like, birds, like, floating and stuff. And you see pictures of, like, helicopters just going up in the air and their blades aren't even spinning. Well, there's actually science to match that. The frame rate of the camera actually matches each time it spins. So the camera's taking a picture, basically, every time the blades are in the exact same position.
Right.
Because the frame rate is matched up. So it doesn't actually look like it's spinning. That's an explanation to that. So is there any sense that you don't have an explanation to?
I do not have any.
That's interesting.
That's okay. Oh, wait, actually.
Birds aren't real?
No. Actually, I do have one.
Okay.
So my dad, when we went on the beach one time.
So this is a personal story then?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Well, I just want to hear, like, this might just be like a major coincidence. Okay, I might be tripping. So my dad, like, this was like when we were young. It was like probably 2007. He had these nice glasses, and we were at the beach, and he lost his glasses in the sand. Okay. 3 years later, we're at the same beach. And we're out at the beach. No one's on the beach. It's like a late, kind of, but it's like light out. Like the sun's going down. It's like off season. It's kind of in the winter. And my dad and my brother are passing the football, and he goes for a catch, and my brother, trips over a pair of sunglasses. And my dad picks them up, and they have the exact, like, these were like sentimental glasses to my dad. And same number, same brand, same kind of glasses, same everything. Like serial number. Like to the number.
Really?
Same sunglasses.
Just chipped over this. Oh, that's weird.
I know. And like my dad's a smart guy. Like he remembers like the numbers and everything. Like they weren't like, it wasn't like, oh, they're just the same type of glasses. Like they had like the numbers.
Okay. So you said it was a year after?
3 years after.
3 years. Jeez, that's actually a long time.
Exactly.
But, simulation was just like, it just didn't register.
Exactly, bro.
I don't know what to say to that.
Think about it.
Yeah. It has to just be a coincidence. But then again, every time we say something is a coincidence, is it actually just a glitch? Every time we think something is like, wait, dude, that just has to be a coincidence. What if the word coincidence was just invented just to cover up glitches?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Dude, I think I'm getting you. Are you?
No. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of helping your point.
Dude, just think about it, bro. Just think about it. It's a brain teaser.
It is. It is very much a brain teaser. This episode is crazy.
Oh, this is a good one.
Makes you think.
This one is definitely for the nerds.
Just like you.
Excuse you.
Just kidding.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on episode 6.
Episode 6 of the podcast.
This is kind of a sci-fi episode.
A little bit. I kind of enjoyed it. But thanks for all 1,200 people, I think.
Gang. Yeah.
A lot
we broke 1,200 views. It's pretty solid.
Just continuing to go up every day.
And listen, thank you.
So hopefully we'll see you guys at 6 p.m. sharp today. I guess you guys wouldn't know.
6 p.m. and 30 minutes and 45 seconds. No, 30 minutes and 30
it's at
seconds.
14 seconds right now.
No, it's at 30. Okay, whatever. See you in 6:30 p.m.
Oh, that. Okay, yeah.
Don't hurt yourself.
I thought you were talking about how long we've been recording for.
No.
I was like so confused.
No, I was looking, dude.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you for joining us.
All right.
Soggy Pancake Podcast.
All right, peace.
Peace.